Ultimate date fumble. What's up, you miserable ADD? I want to argue that, but I can't. For some reason, having you yell in my ear twice a week has tricked my brain into trusting you. So I'd like to tell you about one of my most embarrassing moments. I asked out this hot lady from my class. Look at you. Good for you. And we were having a nice time on our first date. We were driving around and ended up at this playground near our apartments. It had been raining all day, so everything was nice and wet. We were walking towards the fence. I asked her if she could hop a fence. She said yes, and I then attempted to, oh no. And I then attempted to clear this wet fence in one smooth motion to impress this sexy little broad. I completely wiped out. Oh, oh my God. I immediately pictured like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, you know, making some confident face. And he just fucking, because I ended up on my ass with my arm and hand completely scraped up and bleeding profusely. On the other hand, she jumped over it like a normal human being and got over it with no trouble. Does the humiliation ever end? I laughed it off as best I could, but lost all my mojo after that. Kind of hard to make a move when you're covered in blood. We never went out again, and of course, she was in my lab group the next semester, so I had to work closely with her for months. Do you have any embarrassing date stories? With all due respect, go fuck yourself. Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. They're too embarrassing to even where do I even begin? Embarrassing date stories? I mean, everything. The one that comes to my mind, I just don't want to tell. It's really, because I just don't want to embarrass. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell your story, right? And nobody knows who you are or who the fucking person. I don't want to tell my story out of, like, consideration for the other fucking person. All right. I never hopped a fence, but I definitely, all right. I think I can tell this one because I didn't date this person for too long. I remember one time I was dating this chick, right? Or whatever we were doing. I thought we were just banging. She thought it was a relationship. So it was that was something I learned too. If you're just banging a chick, you can't bang them more than once in a month. You got to go six weeks, and then really not talk to them, and then there'll be no confusion. Or you could just tell them. That's what it is. They never tell guys that when we're young. Just tell them what the fuck you want, right? Right now, there's a bunch of women going, yeah. Well, that works both ways, so don't get all fucking excited. All right? You guys don't exactly communicate, too, with your fucking riddles of body language or whatever the fuck we're supposed to be picking up. All right, here's one for you. This is just embarrassing in general. So I grew up in a overly testosterone neighborhood family. I mean, I think even all the dogs in my neighborhood were male. It was just like a fucking sausage fest. So I didn't know, and all I played was fucking sports, and I didn't know shit about women. You know, I didn't know what they liked, what they were into. I had no fucking clue. So I go out into the world, right? I was a late bloomer, and I was an introverted psycho, right? So I think this was my second girlfriend, second or third. I can't remember what. All I know was her fucking birthday was coming up. And I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck I have no idea what to get a woman for a gift. I had no idea. And I was on the road. I just started doing comedy. And I went into a mall to try and find her something. I think I've told this story before. I don't know why. This is so fucking embarrassing. You know what I got her? Like those polo style shirts that, like, people wore in the 80s. Sort of the date rapist fucking shirt. like the alligator ones, the Izods, like the polo. I bought her 3 of those. And I wrapped them up nicely, and I gave her a card, and she was all excited. I said, "Hey, happy birthday! I got you something." I remember I was in her bedroom. She had this apartment, and I was so fucking nervous. I was just going, "Oh my God, please, like, let her like this." And she opened it up, and she took the first one out, and she held it up, and she had a puzzled look on her face. And then she took the next one out, and then she just went like, what is this? What? And then she took the third one and realized that that's all it was, and she got mad. She goes, "What? Why would you buy me this? This is like stupid." And she just started like not yelling, but loud talking about how fucking awful the gift was. And I didn't know what to do. I literally sat down on the bed and was like looking down at the floor as she like sort of berated me. I mean, looking back, she was right. I was a fucking idiot. But I also got you something for your birthday, you fucking asshole. So I finally regained my footing after about 90 seconds of getting balled out, as we used to call it, getting yelled at. Dude, I got fucking balled out in second period. Teacher's a douche. Anyway, she fucking yells at me for, I don't know, like 90 seconds. I don't know how long it was. It was fucking humiliating. And then I just got mad. Surprise, surprise. I was like, all right, so you don't fucking like it. What is it? Give you a fucking birthday? You're yelling at me? And then she kind of realized. She was like, no, I'm sorry. And I was like, go fuck you. Right? And I just said that. Not because I wasn't accepting her apology. It was because I was so fucking embarrassed. I just wanted to get out of there. You know? Like, you ever see a baseball manager sometimes just absolutely flip out about the littlest thing? And it's just like, did he really do that to get his team going? Or did he just not feel like managing today? Like, Jesus Christ, 162 fucking games a year. Oh, my God. Hey, that wasn't a strike. Go fire, you fat fuck. Fuck you. Fuck yeah, hit the showers. All right, thanks. How was the game, honey? Oh, great. I only had to do 3 innings. Why? What happened? Nothing. I just got sick of listening to people spitting. Naming my kid Robinson. All right. Dear Mr. Billy Tits, I am contemplating having a kid soon and thinking that naming it Robinson would be cool. I think it would work as a boy or a girl name. It is a cool name because of Jackie Robinson and Robinson Cano. It also has lots of good nicknames for different stages of life. If it's a boy, his nickname could be Robbie, Rob, Bob, Bobby, etc. Lots of cool sounding nicknames, so he will probably have lots of friends, right? Depends if he's good at sports or not. Yeah, because if you have an uncoordinated boy, and he's named after Robinson Cano or Jackie Robinson, then I don't know. Who knows? If it were a girl, she could go by Robin. So what do you think, Billy Rednuts? Is Robinson a good name for my first kid? Yeah, if you like it. I'm not good at that shit. I'd have to know what your last name is. It's not Caruso, is it? I think it's more of a boy name. Yeah, I would think that. I'll be honest with you. I'm not good at that shit. My wife is good at that shit. But then once she picks the name and I hear it, I'm like, that's a fucking good name. That is a good name. Yeah, I suck at that shit. I'm not good at this. All of that type of stuff, I suck at. Naming shit. Like they always go, like, you got to come up with a name for your tour. And I'm just like,